Welcome to Merritt Contracting. This is where the employees park. We park over here in this area, or you can park out behind this building. We do not want you to park next door in that parking area over there. This is about time, which we at Merritt Contracting use to keep track of our time we don't use a time clock. So this is the screen you would see. You'll either be using this to clock in, or your foreman or your supervisor will clock you in and put your hours down. This is our daily schedule. This shows your name will be on here. It'll actually show you what job you'll be working on and what you'll be doing for the day. It'll also show you what truck you might be taking to the job. So all those are listed on here. If you have any questions, you can ask a supervisor or whoever, but most of the time all this stuff is pertinent to what we're going to be doing for that particular day. Personnel schedule that's on the computer. You can access this at home or on your smartphone. You'll want to go up to customer login. In the username, you'll want to enter Merritt. In the password, you'll want to enter Merritt as well. Hit submit. Download files. Then this will show you the daily personnel schedule, or there's also the safety meetings are on here. There's also some cost codes that are on here. There's a lot of different things that are on here, but this is the one we're mainly going to talk about. This is where the personnel schedule, the same one that I spoke about earlier. This is it online. So you can kind of, like on a Friday evening, if you came in late or you came in early and you left and the personnel schedule wasn't up, you can check this online at your house and know what you're going to be doing Monday, or if you're working Saturday, what you're doing tomorrow or whatever. This is for your completed work. At the end of the day, when you come in, should you have tickets from stone or sand that you received, or the concrete that you used, anything that you need to hand in daily needs to go in this top sheet here. The other thing that goes up there is your vehicle inspection sheets that you'll fill out, which I'll get to that later on in the video. But everything, all the receipts that you might get, vehicle inspection reports, all that stuff goes in this form right here. Also, we have a mileage form. If you're going to be using your vehicle for company business, driving it to or doing something for the company, this is a mileage form that you would fill out so you can get reimbursed for your mileage that you use for company business. This is your time off request form, and you'll fill that out, and that'll be turned in also up here in your completed work for the day, and then it'll be approved or disapproved or whatever, but anyway, it'll end up over in this general area here where we have little slots for that, and that'll let you know whether or not you've been approved for your time off or not. Also, we have a maintenance request form. Should you have something that breaks or you need something fixed on your vehicle, this you fill out and also turn it in here at the end of the day, and then they can get it up on the maintenance board over here and we can get to work on getting it fixed for you. This is the door to the internal office right here. Also, I want to make sure that your boots are cleaned off, don't have any mud on them. We don't want any mud on the carpet up front there. This is the area where we keep the keys to the different vehicles that we have. you'll notice that we'll have numbers, and each vehicle or each piece of equipment or each tractor, trailer, whatever, has a number on it, and this is where the keys will be kept. This is showing the mud zone that we call it, and what we were trying to do is trying to keep the mud in a specific area as the employees were coming in and going to the boot wash, which I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, we want to try to keep your muddy boots in this area so that you're not going upstairs or into the office. This is the upstairs meeting room. This is where we have our morning huddles, where we decide what we're going to do for the day, make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure everybody has what they need in order to be successful for the day. So this is where the morning meetings would be at. Every Monday or so, or every week, we have a weekly safety meeting. But usually on the first of the Monday of the month, we do the safety meeting in the shop. So when we have that safety meeting, we'll all meet here at the shop. We'll have a general safety meeting, talk about some of the problems that we may have out on the site. Then we'll do our morning stretches that we like to do every day before we get going. This is our maintenance board where we have all the maintenance requests, which I showed you about earlier. This is where they're put on the board, so you can kind of look to see if they're in process, or we're waiting on parts, or what might be going on with whatever it is, so you put a maintenance request form in. Those will be listed up here. This is our laser room where we keep our lasers. And what you would do when you come in to get a laser is the laser has on it what all should be inside of the case. So you'll open the case, make sure that it has the batteries and all the stuff that it's supposed to have in there with it. Close it up. We have these inspection sheets that we want you to fill out every day. It has the date, your name, the laser, which all the lasers are numbered on the case and where they're supposed to go back on the shelving. It'll ask you some questions about if everything is in the case. It'll check yes. If anything's broken, yes or no on that, and then it is filed back up to here, over here on my right hand side. With every laser, we have a leg that's listed to go with that laser. So once you get your laser, get the legs that go with the laser, and then you're ready to head out. This is our downstairs bathroom where you come in and wash up at the end of the day. Also, this is our ice machine where you can get ice for your cooler, or put ice in your cooler for drinking water or what have you. But that's where that's located. Then in here, what we call a steam bay. And this is where our boot wash is. What you would do is come in here, and usually I pull the trigger, get the water kind of coming out, then hit the on button, and you can spray your boots off, get all the mud off your boots. Make sure that you stay inside of here so that we don't get mud strung everywhere else throughout the steam bay. This is our yard where we park all of our equipment. If you'll notice, each of those pylons there have a number on it. Each of our trucks have a number on them as well to coincide with where we want to park the trucks at. That way we can everybody can kind of have an idea of where everything goes at the end of the day. Also, along the fence, you'll see signs there that mark where certain pieces of equipment go, so that we know at the end of the day where everything goes when we're ready to put it up. Also, our trucks, like I was saying, our trucks have numbers on them. Like this is a 202. Maybe this one over here is a 206. And what you would do every day is come and fill out your vehicle inspection reports. And they look like this. It's a white copy with a yellow copy behind it. And it's got to where you make a copy behind it. Anyway, you'll fill out Merritt Contracting, usually put Lebanon, Indiana, the date, the time, what the odometer on the vehicle is, what the vehicle is. If you're pulling a trailer, the trailers also have numbers on them, so you'll note that too. Go through and check everything to make sure everything on the vehicle is roadworthy and ready to go. And then you'll sign your name down here, tear this white copy off, and you'll turn that in with your paperwork at the end of the day. The thing I want to talk about is whenever you got somebody loading equipment onto a trailer or on off of a trailer, we want to make sure everybody stands back far enough back that you don't put yourself in a position that if it would happen where the equipment would come off the trailer, you're not going to get hit. Also, when you're putting your equipment on the trailer, you want to have your seat belt on, so in the event that that equipment for some reason comes off the trailer, you're not going to get hurt. So always keep in mind when somebody's unloading equipment or loading equipment that you want to stay way far away from the trailer and the equipment that's being loaded. This dumpster here is where we put our trash. So if you come back and you have some trash that we need to get rid of, that's the dumpster that it goes in. Then the dumpster over here is a dumpster where if we have scrap metal or scrap rebar, that's where we put it at. This is where you would punch in your code. They'll give you a code up front for getting fuel. You'll punch all the information in here. Then we have our off-road diesel on the first island. That's gasoline on the second one. And on the third one is our on-road diesel. Also, you'll notice that we have a fire extinguisher down there at that end, should you need it. And then we also have one over on the wall back over here. This is our tool crib where we keep all of our tools, supplies, and stuff you're going to need. In here we have our sign out board where all of our tools are listed. Most all of our hand tools have numbers on them. As far as like your 20-volt drills, your saws, and that kind of stuff, like we have numbered. If they have a number on them, they'll be listed on one of these little deals here, which tells the number and then actually tells also what the piece of equipment is. So if I check it out for you, I put down George, and it's going to be checked out, say to Austin Hart, and then I'll put down the date that I checked it out. Also, On stuff that is just regular use type things, we have those listed over on this side so that we can kind of keep track of where everything's at and on what job maybe that they're on. When you bring your tools back at the end of the day, I want to put them, you see this cross-hatched area here, we want to put those tools back here. I'm in charge of the tool crib, and what I do is all the motorized tools that come back, I go through and I check them, make sure the air filter's clean, make sure they start and run like they should, that they don't have any problems. And so when you bring your tools back at the end of the day, just put them here and I'll go back and make sure they all get checked in and all get checked out so that they're ready to go back out the next time. If you should have something break on you or a tool break on you, you want to grab one of these orange tags on whatever tool it is that you have that's broke. Kind of give me a short description of what's wrong with it. Put it on the tool or piece of equipment that's broke and put it right here in this area, and then that way I can kind of get with it and get it fixed. Once again, welcome to Merritt Contracting, and I'll urge you that if you have any questions, ask anybody. Ask anybody that's here. There's no dumb questions when you start working at a new job. So just welcome. If you don't feel comfortable with something or you have a question about something, make sure you ask. All right?